So you got this empty backyard or side yard and you're thinking about putting in a pool. Well, don't do it. Just don't do it. I mean, after the pandemic and after some of the natural disasters we've seen, like the freeze, doesn't it make sense to learn how to grow some food? If you've got even a little bit of land, you're really lucky. Because the new houses that they're building, there's zero lot lines. There's hardly any land at all. Seems like a conspiracy almost. It's like, why are we not being taught and encouraged to grow our own food? So be glad if you have even just a little bit of land, and don't put in a pool and don't let it sit empty. Learn how to grow organic vegetables. Your organic vegetables will be even healthier than those at some of the big chains like Whole Foods, because the USDA allows a lot of things to go into vegetable gardening when it's done on a big scale, and then they'll call it organic. So these photos are of me in my 400 square foot of growing soil. The yard is actually bigger than that, but the actual soil I grow in is only about 400 square feet. And it is amazing what I can grow here, as you can see. I live in Plano, Texas, a very hot area of the country. I'm not a professional grower. Actually, I'm a professional hypnotist. But this is just my hobby, and I found it to be so fulfilling that my vacation every day is just to go outside, because the energy of the plant life just is so relaxing. And, I just go out, sit there, have a glass of wine in the evenings or a cup of coffee in the morning. It's also, by the way, my daily workout, because you're going to lift whenever you have a garden. You're going to lift bags of soil and stuff like that. And you're going to dig in the dirt. Either you're pulling up weeds, or you're digging holes to plant things, or digging up things and moving them. There's stooping and squatting involved for sure, and raking and carrying or pushing objects like with like in a wheelbarrow. So if you are already working out like a lot of people are, and you've got muscles, what are you using them for? Why don't you use them for something real? Like really getting into your yard and learning how to grow food. Plus, you'll get something else that you're not getting at the gym. You will get fresh air and sunlight, and you'll have the excitement of seeing something come to life from a seed, or seeing a plant produce fruits or vegetables. I mean, you can grow everything. Here's a picture of me growing an eggplant. And of course, beans. These are long beans. They're a special kind of bean that are so fun to grow. Sometimes they're 2 feet long. You can see how long they are, and they're just delicious. In this garden, I grow all kinds of stuff, like peppers, and sometimes strawberries and melons, and of course, a whole lot of tomatoes. And I get to grow the heirloom tomatoes that you can't always find in the store. The great thing about growing your own food is you can grow varieties of things that you can't really buy in the store. If you buy them, they're very, very expensive. These are German Queen tomatoes, and they are so, so delicious. There's nothing like picking a tomato off the tomato vine. They still call it a vine. It looks like a bush to me. And slicing it while it's still warm from the sun, and putting it on white bread with mayonnaise and having an old-fashioned tomato sandwich. I'm so proud of my tomato. I'm holding it up to God. It's like, ta-da, in that photo. And there's a beautiful sunflower. You can grow sunflower seeds. Here's a sampling of one of my harvests. So yeah, think about it. Just put in a little bed. You can Google it. You can go on YouTube. There's all kinds of videos on how to start your very first raised bed garden, or do a no-dig garden, which is the easiest thing you can imagine. And get started. Just do something. That was a picture of my little dog, Alice. She helps me harvest sometimes. She's a very, very good gardening partner. Dogs and children are welcome in the garden. One last view of my garden here now. It's just a beautiful space, and I absolutely love it. So grow your own food, and if you have any questions, I live in Plano, Texas. I'm Celeste Hackett. Have a great, great day. Grow your own food, and don't you dare put in a pool.